Yes, good night, good night. We're here for another episode of Island Boys Football Talk again with none other than your boy K Jizzle. Right now, I'm going solo for a little bit. Keep it pounded, Street is not here as yet. And right now, um, Mr. 49er, C Money, Shane is not here as yet neither. I think he's having a little family function going on today. But none other than the less, we're gonna keep going as I start the show. We're gonna start with what a great weekend of football it was again. I think it's what week 14, week 15. So it's slowly closing down to the end of the football season. Um, Not happy that football is almost over. It's been an exciting run so far, being that the Eagles are on top of the league yet again. I mean, they're on top the division so far, on top of the league, as you can see. Only thing is now that we have to deal with a little injury with due to Jalen Hurts. I think he has a little shoulder strain. Hopefully he'll be out for probably what 1 week. Um Shit is here. But like I was saying before, hopefully Jalen Hurts won't be out for too long. Being that it's a shoulder strain, probably he'll be out probably just for 1 week. Won't be um what do you call it? An injury that's gonna hamper him for the whole season throughout the playoffs. I mean, it looked like you can't go through a whole season being excited and full without worries. It has got to be some type of worries. It looked like every time we have a great season, somebody else has to get injured. The 24, the 2004 season, Theo got injured. 2017 season, Carson Wentz got injured. The only thing is that Theo came back in the playoff. Carson Wentz was out for the whole season. But good thing you had a good backup in Nick Foles who was able to win Super Bowl. The good thing here now is that Hot's going to be only out for probably 1 to 2 weeks, and that's the good thing. He'll be back for probably the next game or the game after that, and he'll be back for the playoffs. So team is in good hands so far.
He confirmed out or they still
Huh?
arguing it? Is he confirmed out or they ain't
He
know yet?
fully confirmed, but you know what? Like they ain't gonna try to bring him back this game. It doesn't make any sense. I
Hmm.
mean, he said he's feeling fine, he's feeling okay, but if it's up to me, and I think it's up to the coaches as well, I would keep him up for this game. It make no sense.
I think
If
Benju could win it still.
Right, exactly. If Dallas had won, it would have been a much bigger. It would have probably been you to try to rush him back because it would have been a bigger game. But now that Dallas is what 10-4, 10-4, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Dallas
10
ten
and
and
4.
four right now. So I mean, it ain't a big deal. Then after you got the Saints coming up next week. So and then after that is a Giants. So I mean, you still in a good position. But
Exactly.
going back over the game on Sunday, as we said before, we had a sluggish first half, better second half. We should have run the ball a whole lot more, being that the Bears are one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. That should be our game plan. That's one of the mistakes that the coaching staff made. Defense played okay. Defensive line played great. The trenches played unbelievable. Hassan Reddick had 2 sacks. Josh Sweat had 2 sacks. Javon Hargreaves had 2 sacks. So that's what 6 sacks in total.
Hmm.
And Brandon Graham had a sack. Um, it was a forced fumble by Hassan Reddick, of course. And as you said before, Shiri, the reason why Gannon don't blitz is because you got those guys up front
You know
to
what they
get
got
to
front
get
there,
pressure.
so that's what he
So
don't do.
that's why he don't blitz. But in that game, you see, he was doing some stunts as well. He was moving Hargrave and Jaswet around at times. When he stepped the ball, you would see them guys intertwining and switching lanes and stuff like that. So that was
Hmm.
good. That was a little wrinkle he put in. I didn't see that all season. So maybe he trying a little something there, I guess. But defensive line played late. Hot stepped up in the second half, was looking sluggish in the first half. Receivers did their thing from start to finish. It was Devontae Smith in the first half, then AJ Brown in the second half. Um, but you know, regardless of whatever happened, they were still able to come out and win the game. Um, Dallas Goddard will be ready this week against the Cowboys. Dallas will be in Dallas. He'll be
Hmm.
ready for the Cowboys this week. So Minshew will have a security blanket to rely on. Even though he'll have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, he'll still have that security blanket. So that'll be good. And I expect them to rely on a run game a lot more, being that Jalen Hurts won't be there. You rely on the run game more with Minshew coming in because he hasn't practiced with the ones all season. This probably will be the first week he'll be practicing with the ones if he's starting this week. So
You just
it's
got to
gonna
see.
be, huh?
Hmm. So you just got to see for
You're
now.
just gonna see. I mean, but the defense should be able to do what they do. There was a stat saying that Dak has thrown more interceptions this year than he did last year. He's not
Yep.
looking as great as he was last year. So you might probably be able to force a few turnovers. Um, the last their left tackle. So Josh Sweat, you could eat. Jonathan Gannon, move some things around. Don't make that offensive line get too comfortable. Um, Lane Johnson, do your thing on Mika Parsons. He hasn't been as effective the past couple weeks. So put him down a little bit as well. I think the last Akana too in who was no which one is the last
Who?
the Cowboys. It was Lewis. They
Uh,
got Diggs, but the last another starting Kana, the second string Kana. I forgot who it was, but they lost him. I think it was not. It wasn't the week before. They lost that Kana.
not Anthony Brown.
And I think it's Anthony wrong.
Anthony Brown?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
yeah. So they lost that Kana. So Stefan, I mean, what his name is? Diggs. You
Yeah.
got allow you got allow work on your hands. It's either you gonna cover Smith or AJ Brown, and either one of them gonna eat. We got us who the quarterback is, so gotta gonna eat too. So I expect another. I don't. Um, it should be a vanilla game plan. They probably won't show a lot on film this week, just in being that they might have to play Dallas. But you know me, I want you to go in there and whoop the Cowboys. That's what I want.
I think a Minshew led team could win there.
Yeah, go in there and whoop the Cowboys. You whoop the Cowboys, you solidify that number one seed, and you win the division.
Oh
You
yeah,
win that
cause
game Sunday.
you win
I
that
mean
that's your
Saturday.
thing.
You win the game Saturday. You win the number. You solidify yourself as a number one seed. You get that home field advantage, and you win the division just by winning on Sunday.
Yeah.
So go ahead, handle business. Let's take care of business, and then I have to move forward. I think after that, the next two games are the Saints and the Giants, and that's it. Playoff start, and we get a ball rolling after that.
But we just gotta see. I think division. You know what division games are.
Right.
So Dallas reeling off that loss
Yeah, because they're coming off a
against
tough loss.
that tough loss against Jacksonville. The hmm, I don't know what to think of them. Cause they were up, they were dominating,
By 17.
and then you went all the way to overtime to throw a pick six.
Right.
So we know they're gonna want to prove something against the Eagles because the Eagles are number one team in the NFC. So they would want to show the world what they're made of. But so we gotta see. Um, any injury notes from you and from the Eagles?
Other than Jalen Hurts, he'll be out. Zach Pascal has an injury. Don't know if he'll be able to make the game this week. We'll see going forward. Um, of course, our punter, he'll be out as well. He was injured. See the rest of the injury report. Of course, Goddard will be back, and Chauncey Gardner Johnson, he's still injured, and same as for Reed Blankenship is still injured. For some reason, it looked like Kayvon Wallace played pretty good this week. We'll see what happens against a better quarterback next week. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Will Dak decide to attack that safety? We'll see how that goes. Um, Kayvon Wallace, I mean, he was what I think a fourth round draft pick. Hasn't played up to that level. If that was a key, if he was a good safety, we wouldn't have to trade for Chauncey Gardner Johnson. And if he was a decent backup, you wouldn't be starting. You wouldn't have to start Blankenship over Kevin Wallace. So
Exactly.
he had a okay game against the Bears. I mean, that wasn't a heavy passing attack, but we'll see what happens when they play against the Cowboys. So you won't attack Epps, you will attack Kevin Wallace. He's okay in a run game, but he hasn't been great in the pass game. That's why he hasn't been on the field at all since he came into the league. So we'll see. But other than that, that's about it. I mean, team is okay. I mean, like I said before, you can't get your kick at 82, right? You can't go to a whole season and not have some type of
Something
adversity,
happened.
right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Something
something gotta happen.
has to happen. So it's like I said before, 2004, Tio got injured. He came back in Super Bowl. Um, 2017, Wentz got injured. He was out for the season. Now what? 2022, Hurts got injured, and it happens on the same time. 3 games before the season is over. 3, 4 games before the season is over. So who knows? I guess you can't get kicking eating too. But
Nah,
we gonna stay flying high and we gonna keep moving forward.
I think the most important thing for you guys is um Jalen Hurts' health
Hmm.
for the playoffs. You don't secure. Nobody win the East again from you.
Exactly.
But you guys 2 games up on Minnesota or one. It's two or
Minnesota
one
what?
game up.
The last 3 games, so probably 2 games up on Minnesota. 2 games and
Yeah,
a half, I think,
I
because we
think they
only
last more than they ain't last more than three.
no, I think only 3 games the last.
It's three.
Yeah.
So you guys 2 games up on them.
Right.
So I mean, it's not pressure to put Jalen Hurts out there. You don't want him to go and make the shoulder worse, and then
Right. Exactly.
it's a problem in the player. More than likely, you can still get the first round boy,
Right.
so you got time for him to get an extra week of healing. But you don't want to further complicate anything.
Right.
So we'll see as the week progresses. I know he's gonna want to play against the
He wants
Cowboys.
he wants to play, but I don't think they should let him play because
Yeah,
he's that type of competitor.
well, you gotta think big picture though.
Right.
So we gotta see. All right, well, like I say, all good coming out of Philly except the Jalen Hurts news, and we're still looking at stuff from Carolina's point of view. We had a very very good opportunity to be in first place in the NFC South, but we crumbled against Pittsburgh. We um we let Pittsburgh play our game, and we got bullied on both fronts, offensive front and defensive front. We were bullied on both of them.
Right.
So after looking back at it, it was like from the offensive standpoint, Pittsburgh just played to what they know are coming. We wanted to ground and pound, but if you're gonna put 8 linemen out there, of course they're gonna just play the box. They're gonna just play the box. They're doing it. A lot of the times they play the box. An extra man down in the box. And for the most part, Donald played good. But what I saw was that their McAdoo's more hesitant to let Donald rip it. I don't
Right.
know if it's coming from Steve Wilkes, but you got Parsons playing the box, you got to pass the ball. Let the man open it up a bit. So I think you can't just come. I know you got your jumbo packages and so, but sometimes go forward receivers and then run it.
Right.
Space it out. You can't just go with these heavy packages out. If you're going with heavy packages, everybody playing the run. And
On formations.
you got TJ Watt and what you call it, and Cameron Hayward, two Pro Bowl All Pro players. Of course, they gonna know what to do. I'm not fully blaming the coaches because at some point two players need to play and execute. Our players did not block well offensively, and then on defensively, we got pushed around up front. Well, we should be pushing back. So it's not entirely on the coaches, but coaches play a part in scheming and making adjustments. And on the offensive side, we didn't make no adjustments. We just stayed to the plan. Sometimes you just can't stick to that script. Change it up a bit, and then defensively, we just had Trubisky a little. Trubisky was just too comfortable. He didn't have a chance. Only he only got uncomfortable later down in the fourth quarter,
Right.
and then running the ball. They were just more aggressive, more. I don't want to say dominant, but they were just more. They were just the bullies. Now the past two games we bullied Seattle, bullied Tampa Bay, bullied Denver, but this game here we got bullied. So it's about Steve Wilkes and those guys looking and seeing where we were wrong and making adjustments. Again, we were down about what 17-3 or something at halftime, and we got our chances to come back, but a little too late, little too late. You put yourself in a hole, and that happened.
Right.
So we, as a team, gotta come now and play against our offense that is ranked top five in the league. That's Detroit. But a defense that's ranked 31st in the league. So they're ranked top five, which means they got DeAndre Swift. They got Jamal Williams. They're gonna try to run the ball. You got JC Han on one side, he's gonna shut down one side, which means we gotta come up with the other side. Like I said, Keith Taylor got abused. He got abused that game. And then they talked about maybe bringing in someone, or they're gonna CJ Henderson practiced fully today, so that's good news. If he can't play, that they're gonna rotate players. But if JC Han's on one side, the other side gonna you gotta do something. Again, that comes with coaching. Set your players up to be successful. Cause right now it ain't looking good. So what we gotta do right now is continue to just make some adjustments on how we gonna beat Detroit. Detroit is Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator, is doing a really good job keeping keeping Goff looking like a Pro Bowl player. Cause right now he look like a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You got Amon St. Brown, Jameson Williams, DJ Chark, DeAndre Swift, who else? And Jamal Williams. So we got to do something.
And
We
the
have to
offensive
do
line.
something. And the line. I do believe our defense could keep up with them, put some pressure on them, but Al Holcomb and those guys, this is the time to see what they're gonna do. Also, and from the offensive standpoint, Detroit is ranked 31st in the league in defense. We have to put up some points and we
Yeah, you
have
should be
to
able to
do
put up
something.
points. Yeah.
We can't just come there and okay, you run the ball, fine. I don't mind us running the ball, pound the rock. But we have to make adjustments if it's getting too tight. We have to make adjustments if it's getting too tight. You can't come out there with those heavy packages, 8 linemen, 7 linemen all the time. That thing don't work. Like I said, McAdoo got like a Madden type scheme that you only got about 7 plays. I could tell you the formation and what the play gonna be. If Tina run, it's one of them bootleg plays. I need to see proper plays. So that tells me that McAdoo ain't an inside offensive coordinator. He's gonna be gone. Even if Steve Wilkes stay, he ain't gonna be. I know he's gonna be gone. But
Right.
he has to he has to revive. He has to evolutionize that offensive scheme he got. But I do believe we can win the game. I'm like confident. I'm more of a 50-50 right now because I was at about 80-90% on Pittsburgh, but Detroit. I'm a fan of Detroit's team now because they've been coming up. I know how they play. For us to stop them, we're gonna have to be on our A game. So let's see how we prepare this weekend. Injury wise is just CJ Henderson. Ting has some shoulder soreness. JC Hammer, he said he's playing, but I gotta see on the other side, on Detroit side, if anyone's injured. I don't think so. But they're gonna
Right.
have St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams. and then those two guys run the ball, Jamal Williams, and think we if we do want to go to the playoffs, you have to take care of business now because Tampa won't lose this. I can't see Tampa losing against Arizona. They don't have
They don't have Kyler.
Colt and Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy is out with a concussion. It's a third string quarterback. I can't. I know Brady and those guys suck right now, but they can't. They ain't losing that game. They're not gonna lose that game. So we have to win and then go into next week with the critical game against Tampa Bay.
Right.
We lose this next week. We lose this game on Saturday, then we just kissing it goodbye for now. We just kissing the players goodbye or kissing any kind of playoff talk until next year. We're not getting it if we don't win this game. We have to win this game. We have to take care of business on this game. So let's see if the what the Panthers are made of. I'm challenging the whole team to play at a high level, but we didn't do it last week. So I'm challenging them this week. If they to take that next step, I'm challenging the coaches to take the next step as well, and let's see if they respond. Uh, like I said, I'm like confident. I'm more 50-50 right now, so I'm more confident that Detroit can get the job done, whereas not Carolina. Still some
Right.
inconsistencies. So, but to all those that felt that Donald was the issue last week, that means you honestly didn't watch the game properly. He was probably the one person that kept us in the game. Donald kept us in that game with his play. He missed a few throws that could have gone for touchdowns, and he had some times that he could have actually run. He didn't run, but Donald was not an issue. I'm really impressed with how he's playing, though. He's more calm in the pocket, but we have to do something. The rest of the team needs to step up, offensively and defensively. We got to step up.
This
So,
is one of the toughest offense you have to face since Cincinnati, right?
yeah, and Cincinnati didn't actually do us nothing in the air.
Yes,
Joe
they did.
Mixon just ran all of six. Joe Mixon had like 6 touchdowns in the game.
Right.
So it wasn't to say Joe Ball carver. He do a thing.
Yeah, and that they didn't have they didn't have Jamar Chase then.
Exactly.
It's a
So
team now with Chuck with some speed with Chuck, Jameson Williams, and the tight
well,
end that they have out there doesn't look too bad neither.
the good thing is, like I see, JC Han gonna cover one side,
Right.
and I'm confident in him doing it. It's the other side is the, again. Remember the first half, Pickens had those big catches and Keith Taylor. They moved Pickens. They moved JC Han to Pickens. He had no catches for the rest of the game. But from time they moved JC Han and Pickens, who get all the catches? Deontay Johnson.
Right.
So they were just abusing Keith Taylor. And we can't let that happen. CJ Henderson got to step up. I don't care. He always getting injured. I can't deal with that. The only the what's the only able you should be is available. If you ain't available, you ain't able.
That's true.
So if he able, he ain't available and he valuable. So he better get the act together. So cause right now with the loss of some of our players, he's a critical part of the team. So we just got to see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a tough one, to be honest. I do believe it's gonna be. Even if Carolina plays at their best, it's gonna be a tough game. I don't think we have the defense like the Jets. The Jets held the Lions to
20 points.
20 points. I think we'll probably hold them to about 24. I think they'll score more than 20 against us because we're still missing some pieces. Another issue is too JC Han has been getting a lot of negative rep in the coverage game. He's not playing as well in the cover. He's a sound tackler when he's in the box, but when he goes on like a slot or the tight end,
Yeah.
he's very bad on coverage right now. Very, very bad. I don't know if it's the hamstring. He's not reading the game properly, but it's very bad right now for him from a coverage standpoint. He needs to be in the box. There's a lot of talk that they should move him back to outside linebacker, but we have to see how it's gonna be right now. But he has to step up. The line has to step up. Brian Bonds was nowhere. Yita Ghost Matos, I gave him like 3 years of chances, but most he can be is a rotational player right now.
Not a start.
Um, no, he's not a starter. It's bad right now. They're just running towards him, and he was known for his run stopping, and it's not good. Derek Brown has to come back in sight. A few games now is like he's kind of disappeared. I think they're paying more attention to Derek Brown now and just going after other persons. They just double teamed him a lot. So the guys like Matt Ioannidis and Bravian Wright, those guys got to step up and take some pressure. I would I would actually like to see Derek Brown play with another sound defensive tackle. Because if he ever gets a good running mate, it'll be a problem. But once they can double team Derek Brown, they don't care about the rest.
Right.
And that happens a lot. They double team and then just make sure that the others go one on one. With Brian Bones, he's a speed rusher. So if he comes around the edge and he doesn't get his speed right, doesn't get the bend right, you could just step up into the pocket. So there's a lot of stuff. Linebackers need to play better. Everybody just needs to come up in a good, just the way, just the way the Panthers played. You got to bring back the game against Seattle, bring back the game against Denver. Let's see what happens. So I'm, like I said, I'm eager to see what happens on Christmas Eve. Well, I'm skeptical also. I'm not gonna go there like how I did in Pittsburgh and Carl and see it's gonna be a domination because I was wrong. I guess wrong. Like I said, Shane told me a apology was needed on the thing, and if he's listening, apologies for going out there and guessing wrong. True, he was a better quarterback, and the Panthers choked.
But
So
I think the Steelers came up with a better game plan.
I think the Steelers came up with a Panthers game plan. Pound the rock
Right.
and don't force Trubisky to do too much
Exactly.
and to walk to perfection. Because one thing I heard Mike Tomlin say that was thing. Mike Tomlin said that the key for them was the hours being third down and manageable, which was third and five, third and four, those stuff to don't make Trubisky do too much. And we were hours, yeah, the hours got like third down and four, third down and five, which is manageable third downs. So Trubisky wasn't there like third and 12 and he had to make a play. The plays were hours there, if you understand what I mean.
Right.
It was hours that. So that plan was executed very, very well. They just got to right where the Panthers were. We had a lot of 3-0. We were third and 10, third and 11. Donald made some throws, but then when the line doesn't hold up, when you got Hayward and JJ Watt, stuff like that happens. But it happens. So we had just had a stinker of a game, and like I said, I apologize for guessing wrong, but Steelers played Panthers football, and the most hurtful thing of that whole game was it looked like a Steelers home game. I sick to my stomach to know that they got Panthers fans in Carolina. It's sad to know that they got Panthers fans in
Right.
Carolina, and that whole stadium was black and yellow. I think either the Panthers had enough of the bullshit, so I think they're taking a stand. They're taking a stand and hoping that something change, or else they ain't come back in the stadium. But the problem gonna be, they gonna have more Detroit Lions fans than Carolina Panthers fans. I don't know where the fans be.
In Carolina,
Yeah, well, they're tired of the bullshit, Jizzle.
that's true
I'm
too.
telling you, they're tired of the bull. You can only take bullshit for so long, you know. And right now, the past 3 years haven't been good, and fans ain't gonna waste their money. Fans gonna watch the game on TV. Steve Wilkes said in his press conference he wants the whole of Carolina to come out and protect the bank. But the bank get wrapped in about 60 seconds, got a whole lot of steel citizens in the stadium. So I don't understand. So I mean that was sad to me as a fan, we gotta have pride, but I also know that when you're frustrated, I would do the same. I ain't going to spend my money and to get that type of product, if you understand what I mean.
That's true.
So that's something else we gotta look at. But again, like I say, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on Saturday. Like I say, big Christmas Eve football. Most of the games on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll have 3 games on Christmas. But Saturday turns to your normal Sunday football this week. So am I going to get a early Christmas present, or I gotta wake up on Christmas Day sucking my teeth straight? We gonna see. We'll see. All right. So I mean, like I said, we normally will do a show on Saturday to do our preview, but because shows are the games are on Saturday, we gonna I think me and Shane will probably do a show
Me too,
before
probably. Yeah.
Saturday.
Right.
So I don't think we'll do the picks tonight. We'll do the picks. Jizzle, you just send me your picks, and then me and Shane will do the picks
Right.
on Friday. But we still gotta pick the one game which is Thursday.
Right.
Thursday's game is it the Jets and Jaguars?
But we
Is
didn't do
that
a
Thur-
we didn't do a weekly picks yet. Who win the picks?
you got it there with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
I know I lose because I went on the dark street. Well, I lose by bad. I mean I thought it was worse. I lost to the Arizona. I picked Dallas like an old fool.
Right.
And then I went Seattle in my I went Seattle.
How the shade win again?
I don't know, partner. I don't know. Why you went?
So
Oh,
me
you went
kinda,
wrong on Carolina. You went wrong
huh?
on Carolina. You went
Yeah,
wrong on
with my
Carolina
Carolina.
and Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Atlanta.
And they lose by 2 points.
Three. 21
3 points?
18. 21 18.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't think Desmond Ritter would have did the first week, Jason. Maybe in Atlanta, but he was in New Orleans. I didn't think he was gonna get that one, Jason. He was a little too extreme on that one.
That's true.
So you got Shane, congrats to Shane, 13 picks right, Jizzle 12, and I far behind and 10. We always going, I thought I had lose way more, but we ain't bad.
Yeah.
Washington, screw us. Carolina, screw that Dallas, but I went Dallas on 2. I excited Jacksonville to mess it up. All Dallas had to do was win that game, and I was
Win
good.
that game, yeah.
Dallas had to win, and Arizona. No, Dallas had to win in Carolina. Cause that was the 2 different ones with Sheen. How to catch him.
Yeah.
All right, so next week we'll see our picks again. But before we go into the picks for this week, we gotta give out our awards. We gotta give out our awards. I think we'll start with the trash bags. Um, Plain and simple, my trash bag goes to the Panthers for the run defense and the coaching for having an opportunity to play a meaningful December game, and you put up a goose egg. You got no other way to put it. You've been talking about playing December football. You finally get a chance. You finally get a game that you could win and go into first place, and you choked. No
Hmm.
other way to put it. You choked. So I gotta give you the trash bag if you choke. I can't change it. Who's your trash bag going to?
My trash bag is going to the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, for going down thing.
You were up 36 to nothing. It was 36 to nothing, right?
To the tree, not nothing.
33 nothing in the first half. This is why Jeff Saturday, he can come back as head coach. Because if you up 33 to nothing that first half, all you gotta do is get a few first downs in and manage the clock. You don't have to force anything. Simple. It's a simple game plan you come up with.
Yeah,
Manage the game, and control the clock. Don't give the Vikings. The Vikings had to have a what? Probably what? 20, 10, 15 possessions? And all of them were scoring drives?
second half was just abysmal from the Colts.
So you couldn't come up with a proper game plan. You just want to throw the ball. I understand Jonathan Taylor was injured, but still, come out and control the clock. If you control that clock, you probably win that game.
Sorry, unfortunately, it seems that Matt Ryan just have this course of giving up big leads.
That too, from 28-3 to now 33-3.
He gave up the biggest lead in history, so I don't
So
understand.
the biggest leads in NFL history. One in Super Bowl, one the regular season, and he
He
owns
got
up.
he got to be one box off himself.
So, so if you got Matt Ryan in your team, give him the X.
He just getting it
Give him the
straight.
X.
He just
Don't
getting
call,
it
I don't
straight,
care. As a backup at a starter, stay away, please.
left, right, and center. It just
So you
happened to
told
he.
Jeff Saturday alone. You are the head coach. You wanted to come in and coach. No, you take this. You are the trash bag of this week.
I mean, we could have gone a lot of way. We could have gone with
Yeah.
New England for that
You want New
stupid thing that
England?
they did there. We could have gone with Dallas for
Now with
blowing
Dallas
up big leads.
and big
There's
lead.
a
Yeah.
lot, but I think all of the ones that we pick were very justified,
Mm-hmm.
justifiable. So that's good. Moving on to the
Game
game
ball.
balls. I'm gonna roll with my man. Who my game ball was, boy? I'm rolling with my man Trevor Lawrence.
That was gonna pick you too.
27 of 42, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, one pick. This guy has the Giants believing. I mean, hear me about the Giants. This guy have the Jaguars believing.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give my boy Trevor Lawrence. That you got. Oh, okay. You are going with him. I'll give somebody else.
No,
I'll
you can
give
go.
the.
You can stick with
No,
them.
no, no. I'll give the Giants defense the game ball. Critical divisional matchup. Only giving up 12 points to Washington at Washington. I'll give my hats off to Brian Dable and the Wink Martindale in the defense. I think Kevon Thibodeau was wreaking havoc out there.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys knew it was a very important game. Now Washington is in a tough position because Washington got San Fran next.
Yep.
I don't know if they're gonna win that one. So then
But
like
the refs, man, the refs.
yeah, I know it was a bad call and that stupidness
Two
there.
bad
Yeah, that
calls.
was
Two bad
stupidness.
calls.
A bunch of rubbish. But up until that, I'm not gonna take away
That's true.
the take away what they did so far up to that point. So I'll just give them their thing still. All right, who's your game ball?
I'm gonna give it to the good old Dougie P. We all know that being in Philly, Dougie P wasn't other than the Super Bowl year. You know he wasn't the type of coach to make adjustments in the second half. But being down, I think what 10, 17 points to the Cowboys, he was able to adjust in the second half, get his quarterback going, and take the Cowboys to overtime and eventually win that game. So give it to Dougie P for getting that team ready in the second half, coaching up the team, not not letting go of the game, but also controlling the game at the same time in the second half, settling down Trevor Lawrence because he at one point he had an interception and a fumble, settling him and controlling the game and also winning that game too. I think they put up what 40 points.
Father what?
Trev-
Or something like that.
41 points. Trevor Lawrence had what four touchdowns. So had a great game by Zay Jones. He had 3 touchdowns as well in that game.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence made some great throws. Though you actually see why he was the number one pick, and he's looking
It's
like
looking
a
a lot better,
franchise
yeah.
quarterback now. So gotta give Dougie P some credit, and also for making the Cowboys lose. Thank you, Dougie P.
I think Philly players gave
Yeah,
Dougie
give
P
you
some cheesesteak or something like
some
that.
6. Yeah. So gotta give credit to Dougie P. Game ball of the week.
Yeah, I mean you're hearing a lot of positive things from
It's a, it's it's
Jacksonville.
it's a drastic change from last year to this year.
Yeah, the players, they say the players they want to play for him.
Right.
They got his back, and you're starting to see Trevor Lawrence, the true Trevor Lawrence, what everybody envisioned.
I think he's learned a lot from the years that he had in Philadelphia, and I think he's now a much after coaching in Philadelphia, taking a year off, a year or two off, and now sitting back and look back on what happened with the Carson Wentz and stuff like that and the situation, and now having a chance to go back again and coach a young quarterback yet again. Now he knows what to do and what not to do and how to go about doing things.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see a different WP this year and the years moving forward. Jacksonville might be another team to contend next year because they're getting Calvin Ridley.
Content this year, the one game
Yeah,
out,
contend this year, yeah.
one game out of the Jack. I'm sure Jacksonville is playing has a game again. Let me just check something. Because I sure saw so week 16, Jacksonville got the Jets on Thursday.
Jets, yeah.
Week 17, Jacksonville has the Texans should be winnable. In week 18, Jacksonville has the Titans. Week 18. That game may be for the division.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right there. Right there to take it over because
That's gonna be a
Tennessee is
Sunday night
real Tennessee is reeling.
game. Mm-hmm.
So they got the chance to do what they gotta do and take care of business. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, week
We got Thursday's game. We can do the picks for Thursday's game.
yeah, that's what I said. Week 15 is officially in the books. Now we got week 16. Um, that game is Jets and Jags. Would have been a better game with Mike White, but that's still a very good game. Two young up and coming teams, two teams that are actually in the playoff hunt. So both of them need that game. So Jacksonville and yeah, since we got you got Shane picks.
The
Since
same
the
pick.
picks are in, then we'll just do all the picks one time then. So Jacksonville in New York, who you got?
You're rolling with Jacksonville.
Hmm. If there was Mike White, I'd have feel better. But I gotta roll with Jacksonville. All right, Buffalo and Chicago. That's easy. Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
What you got with New Orleans and Cleveland?
Maybe Cleveland.
I gotta go with Cleveland because I don't want New Orleans win.
I don't want them win either. I
Oh
want
no,
that
you
pick, baby.
you want to pick
I going with No, I going with Tennessee.
Houston, Tennessee. I going with Tennessee.
Pick Houston.
Kansas City, Seattle. I'm
I going with
going with Kansas City.
Seattle. Seattle reeling right now.
Yeah, without Lockett too. Giants in Minnesota.
Minnesota coming off a big win. Can they Giants coming off a big win too as well. But I think Minnesota more high power. The game of Minnesota.
Minnesota can't beat good teams. I'm going with New York. Cincy and Cleveland. Cincy and New England. Cincy.
Cincy, of course.
Uh Detroit and Carolina. Bye. I gonna have to pick them because they're my team. So give me Carolina.
I'll go with Detroit Panda.
I ain't blame you this time. I don't blame you on that one. Atlanta and Baltimore, yeah, Baltimore.
In Baltimore. And one of the good things is that they got a good defense.
Washington and San
San Fran.
Fran. San Fran.
Dallas and Philly.
Philly and Dallas. Who you going with?
I go with Philly, baby.
I think boy.
I go with
Boy.
Philly.
I going with Philly.
Pittsburgh, Las Vegas. I going Pittsburgh. I ain't fucking with the Las
I
Vegas
going
Magic.
with Las Vegas.
I ain't fucking with them.
Green Bay, Miami, Miami. Denver and LA. I'm going with LA.
Mm,
I'm going with LA.
Los Angeles Rams. I going with Denver.
Tampa,
You got
Arizona.
everybody, right?
I gotta go with Tampa.
Yeah. You know, Colts.
Chargers. That's easy. Chargers.
You not much to choose from these games.
Nah, it's a easy week. All right, so there you have it. Picks are in. Next week, Tuesday, the 27th, we'll pull out our picks and see who won. Um, it's a little iffy in terms of are we going to be on? We're not gonna be on Saturday for sure. We may come on and do another preview show Friday. If anything, it will definitely be Friday. So keep checking for the updates on
Right.
Twitter. But more than likely it'll be Friday and then Tuesday. If not, the next show will be Tuesday. But I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter if the show is on Friday or not. But more than likely next time we'll speak to you, Christmas will be over. So we hope everyone has a good Christmas holiday. We hope everyone's enjoying their holiday and then a Merry Christmas on Sunday when it comes. And to all our NFL fans, we hope everyone is having a good Christmas season and a good
Mhm.
NFL season too. So, Christmas is always a good time. So, we just wishing everyone season greetings. And we'll see everyone back on Tuesday for sure. We'll talk about week 16, but we may come on Friday. We'll just
For that,
we Friday
we
or
can.
Saturday. Saturday the games will be done, so we're not gonna come on Saturday. We may be more than likely it'll be Friday. But like I said, I'll keep everyone updated. Just make sure to like and subscribe the page for all the latest content, and then you can always keep up to date with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We always are tweeting, we always are posting, and you ever want to get in contact with us, just message us on one of those, and you can join the show with us anytime and talk some football. It doesn't matter the team. We're all NFL fans, so we'll talk some football with everyone coming up. But again, we're looking forward to Christmas Eve football on Saturday, and hopefully it goes well for Philadelphia as they clean up the number one spot. Hopefully it goes well for Carolina as they stay right in contention. And then hopefully it goes well for San Fran as they continue to hunt for the number two seed. So good days of football coming up in next week Tuesday. We'll talk about what we saw and how everything went. So
Getting close to the end.
it's almost there. 3 more weeks of football. In terms of the NFL news, not much. Odell is still
Looking for a home.
he's still fooling around in my eyes. I don't know what he doing. You got Odell. What else? Nothing much. Mm,
Jalen Hurts just confirmed that he will play. I'm good. I will
did
play. Jalen Hurts
did he say
confirmed.
so? Ah, boy.
Dallas.
So we got that. Um, Outside of that, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm not seeing anything. Mm, no, no news. Most of it is little injury news and little cuts and so from the back end of the playlist,
Right.
back end of the roster. So nothing much to talk about. So with that being said, that's it from us tonight, and we hope Merry Christmas to everyone when it comes. We hope everyone have a good holiday, and Friday we may come on, but definitely you'll catch us back next Tuesday to talk
Hmm.
week 16 football. So Carolina Panthers, Philadelphia Eagles. We rep you guys to the fullest. Keep pounding and fly Eagles fly for the 2022 year and onwards to 2023. So
Yep.
let's keep the trend going and let's keep pushing. So with that being said, we definitely out.
Peace.
Peace.